Imagine this: a twin-turbo V8 screaming behind your head, an electric motor pulling from the front, and 1,250 horsepower trying to tear the pavement off the earth. No, this isn't a $1 million Bugatti. It's a Chevrolet. It's American, and it's called the ZR1X. This is the day America built a hypercar killer, born to shatter limits. The 2026 Corvette ZR1X wasn't born in a boardroom. It was forged in wind tunnels, test tracks, and racing simulations. It's not just the next step in the Corvette evolution. It's a radical reimagining of what a Corvette can be. Let's break down the beast at its core. At the heart of the ZR1X sits the brand new LT7 twin-turbocharged V8, a fire-breathing evolution of the Z06's flat-plane crank engine. This isn't just an engine swap. It's an engineering statement. With dual turbochargers force-feeding the combustion chambers, this motor alone produces over 1,000 horsepower. But Chevy didn't stop there. They added a front-mounted electric motor, producing an additional 186 horsepower and 145 lb-ft of torque. But more importantly, that motor powers the front wheels. Yes, this Corvette is all-wheel drive. The combination isn't just for straight-line speed. That front motor provides instant torque, precise torque vectoring, and surgical grip in corners. It helps correct oversteer, tighten turning radii, and push this car into driving territory previously reserved for $1 million hypercars. It's like Chevy raided the playbook from Ferrari, Rimac, and Porsche, then decided to rewrite it with brute American attitude and innovation. This hybrid setup isn't about saving fuel. It's about dominating every inch of tarmac, from drag strip to racetrack. And yet, unlike most hybrid hypercars, the ZR1X doesn't sound like a vacuum cleaner. It roars. That V8 soundtrack is still there, screaming through a performance-tuned exhaust that reminds you, this is still a Corvette. So while other manufacturers are tiptoeing into the electric era, Chevy just did a cannonball with a 1,250 horsepower splash. Numbers that scare supercars. We throw around performance numbers a lot these days. 0 to 60 times, quarter-mile stats, top speeds. But every once in a while, a car comes along that doesn't just push the numbers, it breaks them. The 2026 Corvette ZR1X is one of those cars. Let's start with the headline. 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 1.9 seconds. That's not quick. That's hyperwarp. For reference, that's faster than a Bugatti Chiron, faster than a Ferrari SF90, and faster than a Tesla Model S Plaid, a car that's been the benchmark for EV acceleration. But the ZR1X doesn't stop there. Its quarter-mile time clocks in under 9 seconds. That puts it squarely in drag strip royalty, among cars with 3, 4, even 5 times the price tag. And here's the kicker. It's doing that with a proper V8, a screaming soundtrack, and all the drama that electric-only supercars just can't replicate. Its trap speed? Over 150 miles per hour. That means it doesn't just launch, it keeps pulling all the way down the strip, using every last bit of that 1,250 horsepower to humiliate whatever lines up next to it. And while those numbers are astonishing on paper, what makes them even more jaw-dropping is how accessible they are. Thanks to all-wheel drive and electric torque fill, you don't need to be a pro driver to tap into that performance. The ZR1X gives you full launch control, traction management, and computer-assisted wizardry that puts all that power to the pavement. No tire smoke, no wheel spin, just pure, clean violence. Even corner exits feel like video game physics. You mash the throttle mid-turn, and instead of chaos, the car surgically claws its way forward. No drama, just speed. So when you hear 1.9 seconds, don't just think fast. Think redefining what's possible from a street-legal American car. Because the ZR1X isn't just aiming to be the best Corvette ever. It's aiming to embarrass anything else with 4 wheels and a price tag under 7 figures. And it just might do it. Engineering madness. Speed is easy. Any car can go fast in a straight line. But making a 1,250 horsepower machine handle like a scalpel, that's where true engineering brilliance lives. The Corvette ZR1X doesn't just rely on brute force. Underneath its aggressive carbon fiber skin is a mechanical symphony of precision, balance, and technological genius that turns this muscle-bound monster into a track weapon. First, let's talk aerodynamics. The ZR1X features a fully integrated active Aero package, crafted from carbon fiber and tested in wind tunnels with F1 level scrutiny. At high speeds, it generates up to 1,200 pounds of downforce. That's enough to pin the car to the road, keeping it stable through high-speed corners and under heavy braking. The massive front splitter, side vortex generators, and a towering rear wing aren't just for show. They're wind sculpting tools designed to slice air with surgical precision. Then there's the chassis. GM didn't just beef up the regular Corvette frame. They engineered an entirely new substructure to handle the immense stresses of the ZR1X's hybrid drivetrain and aerodynamic loads. The suspension is a magnetorheological system tuned specifically for track performance, constantly adjusting damping rates in milliseconds to keep the car flat, planted, and controlled. But the real secret sauce is in the brakes. Stopping power in the ZR1X is almost as violent as its acceleration. You're looking at 16.5-inch carbon ceramic rotors up front, clamped down by massive 10-piston calipers. That's race car tech. And it's not just for show. This setup delivers 1.9 GS of deceleration. That's enough force to make your eyeballs feel like they're trying to escape your skull. It doesn't stop there. The car's advanced brake-by-wire system eliminates the need for mechanical linkage, giving the driver razor-sharp feedback and the ability to fine-tune braking balance. Meanwhile, regenerative braking from the front electric motor helps recharge the battery and adds a layer of smoothness during corner entry, something no traditional Corvette has ever offered. Finally, torque vectoring changes the game completely. That front electric motor isn't just dumping power. It's actively adjusting the amount of torque sent to each front wheel. So when you dive into a corner, the ZR1X doesn't just turn, it carves. The system helps the nose rotate faster, reduces understeer, and gives the rear wheels freedom to do what they do best: explode you out of the turn with maximum force. All this tech doesn't take away from the driver's experience. It amplifies it. You still feel every pulse of the V8, every twitch of the chassis. But now, the car reads the road like a second brain, working with you to push deeper, harder, and faster. This isn't a Corvette with some fancy add-ons. This is an engineering revolution wrapped in American muscle, and it's built to leave everything else gasping in its wake. Affordable, relatively speaking. Let's be real, affordable is a loaded word when you're talking about hypercars. But in the world of insane horsepower, exotic materials, and track-ready precision, the 2026 Corvette ZR1X is a full-blown bargain. Estimates suggest the ZR1X will start somewhere around $180,000 to $200,000. That's a lot of money until you realize what you're getting. Let's compare. Ferrari SF90 Stradale starts at over $500,000. McLaren P1? Over $1 million if you can even find one. Rimac Nevera? $2.2 million. All of them have hybrid powertrains. All of them have AWD. All of them boast staggering performance. But only one car offers all that, and more, for under $200,000. The ZR1X gives you 1,250 horsepower, sub 2 second 0 to 60 launches, carbon fiber Aero, torque vectoring AWD, carbon ceramic brakes, and an actual warranty. That's not just value, that's disruption. The ZR1X punches so far above its price class. It feels like GM is picking a fight with the entire hypercar establishment. And the most radical part? It's a production car. No need for limited allocation. No invite-only showroom games. If you got the funds and the guts, you can walk into a Chevrolet dealership and place an order. It's the democratization of elite performance, offering Bugatti-level thrills without the Bugatti-level ego or maintenance bills. This car isn't meant to sit behind glass ropes at a car show. It's meant to run. It's built for the track, the back roads, the stoplight showdown. It's the car that makes six-figure Lamborghinis nervous and forces European engineers to take notes. So yeah, $180,000 is a lot of money. But in the world of hypercars, it's a jailbreak deal. And that makes the ZR1X not just powerful, but revolutionary. What it means for America? For decades, America's performance car legacy has lived in the roar of V8s, the smell of burning rubber, and the straight-line dominance of muscle cars. But the 2026 Corvette ZR1X? It's something more. It's not just a fast car, it's a statement. A declaration that American engineering has entered a new era. This car isn't about nostalgia. It's about proving that innovation doesn't have to come with a European accent or a seven-figure price tag. It's about showing the world that you can combine raw power with next-gen tech and still keep your soul. The ZR1X represents a shift. It's the end of an era and the start of a new one. A Corvette with AWD, with electric motors, with 1,250 horsepower. 10 years ago, that sounded like science fiction. Today, it's sitting in a GM test facility, lapping supercars twice its price and laughing while doing it. It's also proof that performance doesn't need to die in the electric age. While the world worries that EVs will suck the emotion out of driving, the ZR1X brings both worlds together. The instant torque and grip of electric motors. The spine-tingling roar of a turbocharged V8. The result? Something unique. Something wild. Something unmistakably American. And it's not just for show. The ZR1X will shape how the next generation of American sports cars are built. It's a platform, a benchmark, a challenge to every other car maker who thinks performance must come at the cost of price, weight, or passion. It tells the world, we're not following trends. We're building the future our way. The ZR1X isn't trying to copy Ferrari, Porsche, or Tesla. It's doing something they haven't dared, blending supercar power, hybrid technology, and blue-collar attitude into one street-legal missile. In short, it's America doing what it does best, going louder, faster, and harder, and inviting the rest of the world to try and keep up. The future is loud, fast, and electric. In an age where the automotive world is rapidly going silent, where the soul of driving feels like it's being traded for range stats and touchscreens, the 2026 Corvette ZR1X arrives like a thunderclap. It's proof that performance doesn't have to lose its edge just because the future is electric. This isn't a compromise. It's a declaration that the visceral thrill of speed, sound, and sensation still matters, and it can evolve. The ZR1X isn't just about what it can do. It's about how it does it. It takes the best of combustion, the crackle, the rumble, the rawness, and fuses it with electric instant torque, computer-guided handling, and next-gen aerodynamics. It doesn't pick sides in the gas versus electric war. It wins both. This car isn't a trend chaser. It's a blueprint, a new kind of beast that refuses to apologize for being brutal, beautiful, and brilliant all at once. And the best part? You don't have to be a billionaire or a Silicon Valley tech god to experience it. For under $200,000, you get a car that can gap supercars, dominate circuits, and still roll up to cars and coffee with that unmistakable Corvette presence. So no, the ZR1X isn't just a Corvette with more power. It's a moment, a turning point, a warning shot to the entire industry that America still builds monsters, and now they come with batteries.